Hey everyone, Carlo here. Welcome to my dedicated watch YouTube channel. To those who don't know, I have another channel that talks about sneakers and gadgets. That one has over 700,000 subscribers, so make sure you give that a subscribe as well. But for today, we're going to talk about what I consider to be the best vintage watch I could buy. And I say that because this is a watch that I've always wanted. This is a watch that when I first saw, man, I want like a good condition vintage of that particular piece. And I'm just so fortunate that, a few months into the hobby, someone actually posted a new old stock of the 1976 Seiko Apocalypse watch. New old stock, perfect condition, mind blown. We're going to unbox it, check it out, and you're so giddy that I finally get to add this in my watch box. Let's go. Now, as you guys can see, it comes in this vintage Seiko box. It doesn't come in that usual Seiko cube that you usually find your watches in when you buy them today. And if you pop it open, it comes in this really cool looking plastic hard case. So it's not as, fancy as the leather box that comes with the newer pieces, the newer models with the nice looking pillow. This one though, man. The leather, the color blue leather there, and then if you take a look at the watch, whew! Now, to those who don't know, this is called the Seiko Apocalypse or the Seiko Captain Willard watch, primarily because this was the watch that the character of Martin Sheen wore in the 1979 film Apocalypse Now. Through the years, it just got such a massive cult following, especially for Seiko fans, Seiko enthusiasts, and I dare say even just watch fans in general. It is one of those iconic pieces, iconic vintage pieces that a lot of watch fans and horology experts, I think, really appreciate. And usually when you find watches like this, they come up in really bad condition. Scratched glass, scratched bezel, scratched case, really beat up. You can barely see the markers. So for example, this is a screenshot of this very same watch, 1976 Seiko Diver Captain Willard reference 610581110 that was sold over at Hodinkee. I don't know when this was sold. It's already sold out. But it was sold for around $2,000, $1,900. And as you guys can see, that condition is very bad. It's beat up, scratches all over the place. Not the very best model that you can pick up. I really couldn't resist getting this one because it's almost, it's not even almost, it's really brand new. Even the case film, the film at the back is still here. And the only thing that, the only visible problem is that through the years, this watch has been alive for 44 friggin' years. Is that the leather strap kind of broke a little bit. So the previous owner, I guess, or the guy who was taking care of this decided to sew it together. So, but it still actually looks pretty decent. So take a look at that. So there is that thread connecting the lower part of the strap. Now, what I really find amazing is that after 44 years, the watch still keeps time, still looks friggin' amazing. I mean, yes, there's some sort of like oxidation going on with the Hardlex crystal or whatever the crystal they used for this watch, but everything else, the movement is fine. It can tell time fine. The bezel still sounds crunchy AF, so you know that it's really made out of good quality, and it just wears like, man, it wears like a charm. And I'm super thrilled and happy to add this piece to the collection. Very quickly, some of the technical specifications. It uses a stainless steel case, 44 millimeters diameter for the watch. That's why I love it, because it fits my 8-inch wrist perfectly. And apart from that, it sits very comfortably because it's not super thick. It's just, from what I can see, 12.5 mm thick. So it's not as chunky as a G-Shock. It's not as chunky as one of those bigger Seiko tunas that I actually also like wearing. It uses Seiko self-winding caliber 6105B. So you cannot, you know, wind it with the crown by popping it out and moving it upward. So that's the only thing that you might consider like a con. Ako personally, I love, you know, setting the time in the morning of the watch that I'll wear. It's like a ritual. You set it to, you know, 6 o'clock, you fix the date, you fix the time afterwards. It's just a nice daily ritual to wear, to do if you are, you know, going through different watches throughout your rotation for the week or for the month. Now, I have been honestly thinking if I should wear it or not, and, you know, beat it up or not, because it's not every day that you get to see a new old stock of this watch. I mean, I've been trying to scour eBay and all different other sites, and they sell for ridiculous prices. I mean, anywhere from like 200 to 300, sometimes even more than that, 1,000 pesos. And I was able to get this at a pretty good price if you compare it to the prices that I saw in other countries. So I'm actually thinking of just, you know, this will probably be the only watch that I will keep and preserve and maybe pass down to like future generations of Oples in my line. That's my family name. But man, I'm sorely, severely tempted to wear it every time I see it, because it just looks so fine. And it's just mesmerizing to know that this watch has been in existence for 44 years and still look this good. That is just a testament to the craftsmanship and the expertise of Seiko when it comes to them building their watches. Now, if you want to own like this watch, but not necessarily like the 44-year-old watch, but you love the design, you love the story, you love the heritage, the good news is Seiko actually came out with the 2020 release. I'm not sure if it follows this exact model. I have to compare it. I actually have that one as well. So it comes in two colors. One has like a green dial, the other one has a black dial with the bracelet. The green one has, I think, a rubber strap. So those you can actually buy right now for a little less than 50,000 pesos here in the Philippines, roughly $1,000. Most Seiko shops still have them. So if you want this particular piece, but a newer model with newer elements and features and materials, and of course, not that old, then you can actually buy that. I think they still have stock over at Tokyo. Of course, you can find them at the second floor of the Podium Mall, or you can also check out one of my other favorite branches, which is over at Promenade, Green Hills. And yeah, shout out to Ditoy for hooking me up with this piece. Amazing collection. Shout out as well to everybody from Seiko Watch Club Philippines. I'm enjoying the community so much. So to everybody from SCWP, mabuhay kayo. Maraming salamat din pag nanonood kayo ng vlog ko. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, that's actually it for today's vlog. How about you guys? What do you think of this piece? What do you feel about vintage watches? What do you feel about old watches? Do you support wearing them? Do you like wearing them? Do you see yourself investing in them? Let me know in the comment section. If you have a vintage piece, share it as well. Let's have a conversation going on in the comments. And with that said, man, ganda talaga. And with that said, that's it for now. This is Carlo signing out. Peace, God bless. What's up? Boom.